The mayor announcing today that City Hall and other city buildings will be lit green tonight in support of abortion rights. This comes after thousands of leaders, activists, and New Yorkers marched across the Brooklyn Bridge today, calling for safe and legal access to abortion nationwide. As we saw, for those demonstrators, it was a long and loud trek they took where they shouted one message: preserve abortion rights. News 12's Julio Avila was in Manhattan where they finished.
They marched from Brooklyn to the finish line at Foley Square with a common cause: preserve abortion rights.
Can I get a boom to all these Republican governors, to all these Democrats who failed to act?
While today was the National Day of Action with similar rallies across the country, some tell us
it's just beginning.
What exactly?
The fight for our rights.
We all have uteruses and ovaries. This directly affects us. Directly.
Many came with friends, some came with their children.
They're twins. She should have the exact same rights as he does as he grows up.
These rally goers came all the way from Brooklyn, where that rally started, crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. But even before they got here, there was a smaller, unexpected rally that happened here also. Another completely separate rally taking place where they shared that same message.
Laws are put in place not to protect the unborn, but to control women.
This one organized by local grassroots organizations such as Black Women's March.
And I am here for revolution. And if you are not here for revolution, I suggest you go back home.
At the end of the day, all of the passionate calls and chants, no matter if separate or together, are sharing that common message. In Foley Square, Julio Avila, News 12.
Julio, thank you. Over to Brooklyn now, where hundreds of thousands of people gathering today for what's being called a National Day of Action, taking part in Bands Off Our Bodies rallies across the country. Well, News 12 Jordan Kassane was at Cadman Plaza, where protesters marched across the Brooklyn Bridge in an effort to demand safe and legal access to abortions.
My body, my choice.
With signs in their hands and passion and frustration in their hearts, thousands of New Yorkers came together to rally in support of reproductive rights this afternoon.
We're taking away safety from so many people, and the consequences of that are going to be really dire.
They marched from Cadman Plaza across the Brooklyn Bridge and to Foley Square in Manhattan today, calling their efforts a direct response to the May 2nd leak of a Supreme Court opinion to overturn the long-standing Roe v. Wade decision.
People are still going to have sex, they're still going to get pregnant. It is now the question of what are they going to do? They're going to try to find their own solutions, and without a healthcare provider who is offering those services, those solutions are dangerous.
Demonstrators saying the decision could mean the difference between life and death for who one advocate, Mimi Penmatza, calls an already disenfranchised community.
People that have the means to travel are going to be able to go to states and get an abortion, right? But what about everybody else? What about the larger communities, Black communities, Latina, AAPI, Indigenous communities? Where are they going to go?
According to Planned Parenthood, 1 in every 4 women will have an abortion in their lifetime. Christine Nichols survived an abusive relationship, and as much as she always wanted a child, she attributes her abortion to saving her life.
I think it would have been a poor situation for that child, and I couldn't do it to that child, and more importantly, I couldn't do it to me. I deserved better, and I don't believe it is about the fetus. I believe it's about me.
Elected officials gathering today say that if the Roe v. Wade decision is overturned, they predict the court's next step would be to outlaw contraception and same-sex marriage. They say the key to winning this fight is to vote, vote, vote in the upcoming midterm elections. In downtown Brooklyn, Jordan Kassane, News 12.